Yeah, look, we're very delighted with him. He was up in the Curragh this morning. He worked very well. Paul was happy with him. Willie and Simon and Isaac decided during the summer that they were going to take a crack at the champion hurdle route, which is a big call because I know Constitution Hill is there, but Stateman is a fair beast as well. So it's not like there's any easy options along the way. But this looks a good place to start him. Obviously, he won the Neptune over 2.5 in Cheltenham. This is 2.5. So yeah, look, it looks an ideal starting point. And like you said, it's been a long time since you won it. Arctic Fire, like that is a long time ago. I remember my most vivid memory of the Hatton's Grace is watching Hurricane Fly and Solwit going at it when I was in college in Maynooth. So it's definitely a race you want to try and win. And look, to be frank, we'd be very disappointed if our fella didn't do the business.
Well, he looked so special last year, particularly in the Ballymore, but really all through last season. He was very dominant in the Moscow Flyer, dominant at the Punchestown Festival as well. There's a quote from Ruby Walsh on one of the previews, one of the podcast previews, where he was saying that when he saw Constitution Hill in the Aintree Hurdle, that was the first day he went, "Oh, you're mortal. You can be beaten." Did that have any influence in the decision to stick over hurdles with Impaire Et Passe this season?
Look, not that race in particular, but yeah, I rode charge in that race and we finished second. And that's obviously the closest anyone's got to him, I think. But every horse has an off day, particularly a horse at the end of the season can be like that. But no, I mean, look, I think he has huge ability, and a lot of Neptune winners can become champion hurdle horses. He does have the size and scope to jump fences, but I think Willie likes having champion hurdle options. And look, if something happens to Constitution Hill, obviously the race is wide open, but we're quite heavily stacked in the novice chase department as well. So Simon and Isaac were keen to have a crack at the champion hurdle, and Willie wasn't going to dissuade them.
He's also massively ahead of a number of his stable companions in terms of his age and already career success. He's a Cheltenham Festival winner at the age of 5, whereas Facile Vega has been to Cheltenham twice. He is a Cheltenham Festival winner, but he'll be 7 by the time the Arkle comes around. So you basically have a free roll to go for the champion hurdle this season to a certain extent, given his age profile.
Yeah, exactly. He's a young horse, and you have a bit of time on your side. But look, I think in most years he's definitely a champion hurdle. A horse you wouldn't think twice about going for a champion hurdle. So he's going to get a crack at it, and we can always go chasing afterwards. When you look at Faheen, Classical Dream, Sharjah, plenty of horses are able to go chasing after a couple of years hurdling.
Well, seeing as Nicky, according to some, has ruined racing by not going novice chasing with Constitution Hill, which I think is a crazy take, by the way. At least you're making things interesting with Stateman and Impaire Et Passe. You must have been thrilled with Stateman the other day too.
Yeah, look, he did what it was expected. The race cut up, and he was entitled to beat Echoes and Rain like he did, but it's always good to see them do it. Obviously Gallican got beaten the next day, so it's never as straightforward as it appears. But he looks as good as he was last year.
Yeah, very much so. Could these two clash, assuming this race goes well and he wins? Could they clash at Cheltenham at Christmas time in the Matheson, or would you keep them apart? And there's plenty of nice 2-mile-4 hurdles throughout the season in Ireland, and they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Look, Willie is not afraid to run them against each other, but two like that, maybe not. Maybe he'll split them, one at Christmas, one in DRF, but maybe they will meet. We'll have to see how we get on at the weekend. But it's not impossible that they could meet. They'll definitely be meeting come Cheltenham, and there's not, there is 2.5-mile races, but they're not worth the same money as the Christmas hurdle and the Irish champion hurdle in Leopardstown. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility.
And they're not great ones either. You did mention the Christmas hurdle. Is there any chance that this horse could actually end up being more of a Stayers hurdle candidate as opposed to a champion hurdle horse?
Look, it's not the route we're looking at the moment. That's what that'll be very much a plan B or C. So we think he's plenty quick for a champion hurdle, and that's why he stayed hurdling for champion hurdle rather than the Stayers hurdle. But we'll have to see how the season pans out.
Yeah, I was thinking it would definitely be plan Z as opposed to plan B for the Stayers hurdle with Impaire Et Passe, but very excited to see him back. Very interested to see Ashroe Diamond back as well. Presumably you'd be in line to ride her. Is the plan to run her in the race?
Yep. The Morgana probably just came a little bit soon. And look, on rating, she's a good bit out. But I personally, I think her runs in the Royal Bond and then at Christmas were the best performance by a mare last year. I think better than Lossiemouth or Honeysuckle. Chasing home the Royal Bond, there was Champ Kylie, Marine Nationale, and Irish Point. She was bang with them, and then behind Facile Vega and Ilete Thomas at Christmas. I think they're two serious runs. She didn't get the run at Cheltenham, and then she bolted up in a below average race in Fairy House as it turned out. I think she's got huge ability. I think she's much better than her mark. I don't think she'll beat Impaire Et Passe, but she could pick up valuable Grade 1 black type, good prize money. And I think she has to be, I think she has to have a huge chance in the Mayor's Hurdle, hopefully come March. So I'd love to ride her. I wrote 183. That was a great day for the Bluebird Racing Club, run by James Fenton. And yeah, I'd be very excited to get back on her if I can.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised she's the price she is for the Mayor's Hurdle. I really like Lossiemouth. And obviously, she started off in this meeting last year. Ashroe Diamond's just more physically developed. She's got very good form to her name. And she'll stay as well. There's no question about that. I'm surprised she's the price she is for the mares.
Yeah, it's hard for 4-year-olds stepping up against olders. So, Lossiemouth has huge ability, as does Gaelic Warrior, but it is difficult for 4-year-olds stepping up.